working? I think it is. Okay. There we go. And let's go. Microphone's good. Microphone. Yep. We're good. All right. So, hello everyone. We got a lot to talk about here in this update. I said I would be back. So, we're resetting, we're regrouping, and here we are. Let's talk brass tacks. So, we got severe thunderstorm warnings that have recently come out here. And this is going to be southeastern Frederick. For this one to the south and west, this is going to be southeastern Frederick County, northern Montgomery County, western Howard County, and a slither of southwestern Carroll County. From about Monrovia and Newmarket to Mount Airy to Damascus, down to Daisy and Sunshine and near Dayton, Lisbon, Cooksville, all included. And Sykesville as well. Technically, Sykesville, you're under two warnings. This is the most eastern of the two. This is right over downtown Eldersburg at the moment. This is in southeastern Carroll County right now, and this is the warning for southeastern Carroll County, northern Howard County, and western Baltimore County is now in play with this. Reisterstown, Owings Mills, Randallstown, just on the outskirts there, I will say, for Owings Mills and Randallstown. But Granite, Holbrook, just as you get across the Liberty Reservoir, you are under this warning here. This will go until, what is it, 21 minutes, so 6:45. Forgive me, I had a rogue eyelash there, so I had to get it out. Here we go. But that is the warning that is in place right now. And real quickly, I can just look at the warnings page, and we could just talk about this real quickly. Where are you? Baltimore, DC. There you are. So this one here for Carroll, Howard, Montgomery, and Frederick. I'll read off the bulletin for this one real quick. And this goes until 7 o'clock for the most western one, by the way. At 6:16, a severe thunderstorm was located over Green Valley or near Damascus, moving east at 20 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail or hail up to the size of quarters are possible with this. This will impact Damascus, Eldersburg, Mount Airy, Sykesville, Newmarket, Green Valley, Lingamore, Bartonsville, Monrovia, Lisbon, Glenwood, Gator, Watersville, Poplar Springs, Roxbury Mills, Woodbine, and Glenelg. And then for this most eastern warning, which came out before that, it dropped at 6:10. This is the new warning. This is the most eastern of the warnings here. This is going to be for southeastern Carroll, western Baltimore, and north central Howard counties until 6:45. At 6:10, a severe thunderstorm was located near Eldersburg, or 11 miles south of Westminster, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Locations impacted include Ellicott City, Randallstown, Owings Mills, Eldersburg, Reisterstown, Sykesville, Oakland in Carroll County, just across the line here. Not Oakland in Garrett County, but Oakland in Carroll County. Was it Baltimore County? I think Granite's on the Carroll County side. But anyways, the community of Oakland there along the reservoir and the river is going to be in the path of this on the county line. Gamber, Henryton, Winfield, Louisville, Glendon, Woodstock, Gator, Watersville, Granite, Woodbine, Marriottsville, Carrolltown, and West Friendship are all potentially being impacted by this severe thunderstorm. So, with that said, here is our severe thunderstorm right now that is over our western suburbs, getting ready to move into the West Metro. So with that said, I will do the track at 25 and 20 respectively. And they just updated this new warning here. And they kind of shaved off a little bit of Frederick County from this. So we'll do a track for this first one, the most eastern of the two, that is near Sykesville. That is moving east at 25. And I think it might be moving a slight south and east direction here. So this will be heading in my direction. I'm not going to say where I am for privacy purposes, but it's going to head in my own general direction here. So 25. I hope I don't lose power. Knock on wood. But Henryton, Marriottsville, Holbrook, this is pretty much on your doorstep, if not going through at the moment. It is 6:27 right now. There may be a little bit of a delay with the stream, but my time is 6:27. It will be in Henrington at 6:32, Marriottsville at 6:33, Holbrook at 6:37. Maybe a little bit earlier for Holbrook because this front edge is trying to bulge out here. But anyways, that's the timing for that. Randallstown closer to 6:45. Same for Owings Mills, McDonough, Milford Mill, Scotts Level, Hebville, Windsor Mill, Garrison, all around 6:50. Subbrook Park, so we're getting into the core of the Pikesville area by about 6:52. Ralston as well, Lockern, Eccleston, Howardsville, closer to 6:55. Heading towards um, this Pikesville location, I know for a fact it is a little bit off. So it's going to be a little bit east of Pikesville towards Quarry Lake. So the Quarry Lake Shopping Center, that area there, it's going to be right there by about 6:56. Lake Roland, Malvern, Bear Hills area just after 7 o'clock there. Heading towards Govinstown at closer to 7:10. Same for Yorktown and Yorkley. Heading towards Wiltondale, Donnybrook, Idlewild, and Fellowship Forest by about 10 after 7. So this is going to get into the Towson area, northwest Baltimore City, not too long from right now, within the next half hour, 40 minutes. Let's talk about this Sovereign storm here that is in, actually, it's at the convergence right now of Carroll, Frederick, Montgomery, and Howard counties. This is near Damascus right now. And I'll do a track. This is moving at 20. Pardon me. I'm going to do a more extended track here. Nope. 20. There we go. Had to get my keys straightened out there in terms of where my fingers work respectively. But anyways, Molnix, Florence, Annapolis, Rock. You are going to be impacted here very shortly by this. For some reason, it has Damascus at 6:41. It's not going to be that long. I mean, I could just do a track. Actually. And now I want to switch to my TV. We're going to switch over real quick because it's going to have static noise, and I don't want to do that. So, there we go. But I could just do a track here for the Damascus area. I mean, it's basically there now. Like, I could just tell you right now, it's there. You're going to get probably some heavy rain. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a rotation with that small appendage there, and we do still have a tornado watch in effect to keep in mind. But 6:30, it says 6:35. I think it's going to be very, very soon with that. But generally speaking, with this line of thunderstorms here, Dayton, Ellicott City, you're going to want to pay attention to this. Not 29. 20. What are you doing? There we go. There we go. And that would be heading into West Friendship at about 7:02. So that's 32 corridor there in West Friendship. That's going to be heading there at about 7:02. Ellicott City at 7:22 there. And then more closer to this track here, you got Daisy at 6:45, Poplar Springs around 6:40. So definitely a situation where we want to be on heightened awareness here throughout the next little bit. No doubt about it. Let me just make sure I'm situated here. Never mind. There's our storms, and actually what I'm going to do here is this. I'm going to take these tracks off. Never mind. Just figuring out some stuff here, but never mind. Let's look at some of the rotation. Well, let's see if this matches up. Reflectivity. It might. Um, no debris right now, but I do see indications of potential rotation right over the Carrolltown area on the southeast side of Eldersburg. So let me zoom in really close on this. This is going to be Chevette's Corner, Freedom Forest, Sweet Air, Ridgely Park. There's Height, Oakland, Carroll counties right here. I'm assuming Oklahoma is going to be very close by. There's Oklahoma. So I'm just getting my bearings, making sure I got this right. So looking at this, all right, this is going to be a shopping center right here. This is the shopping center at Liberty. Okay, this is going to be where the Walmart, the TJ Maxx, the shoe department store there, Petco, MOD Pizza. This is that shopping center right here, just off of Liberty. This is just to the south and east of that, not by a whole lot. This is over probably some subdivisions here. Hilltop, Harvest Farms, Ridgely Park. That's heading towards Chevette's Corner. Forest Squires there. Freedom Forest, there's Squires. Some small communities there. So you might want to keep an eye on this because we may have some rotation trying to go on here. We'll have to wait and see. 32, so there may be a minute delay. There's a new scan. Tighter couplet. That's not great. I hope that's not something trying to form. I really do. Because I'm seeing rotation here. I gotta wait for this reflectivity to come through, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's a new tornado warning ahead of this. And give me 1 second. I'm gonna look out my window. I might be able to see this from the west. Hear thunder. I don't see anything right now. I see the storm coming in from the west, but I'm looking at the southern end of this. Nothing going right now. I need some circular movement here. I'll have to wait and see. Alright. Let me just sit back down here. But I am seeing something, and that could be a problem. All right, so Marriottsville, and we'll do the velocities. Yeah, I'm having a hunch right now that we may have something trying to form right now near the Marriottsville area. I really do. And that wouldn't be pretty. So for those in the Marriottsville area, I would strongly recommend you go down to your basement. Even though you're not under a tornado warning, I'm willing to bet if this trend continues, we may be put under one. And I'm not seeing anything too promising of debris right now, but it's matching up. So I want to be very, very cautious with this. I'm going to look for some traffic cams. So if you give me a second, I'm going to look for traffic cams. And I'm going to put my headphones on here. Pardon me. There's no real cameras I can find. Pike camera, no. 70 and 29, nothing. Trying to find something. It's not much. There's not a whole lot right now in terms of cameras. It's the main problem. Also, let me turn on our lightning data. All right, y'all. So here's the deal right now. We have these storms, and I'm gonna make sure I'm in the right mode. Yes, I am. There we go. Okay. That are moving through, and there's could be a potential rotation ongoing near the Marriottsville area that is some cause for concern right now. There it is on our on our base velocity, and I'm gonna look at storm relative. It's somewhat there. Storm relative's not picking up on it as much, but the base velocity is. And we may have something trying to form here right over Marriottsville at the moment, if not just east of Marriottsville. And they're probably going to have to start issuing a warning here for the rest of Baltimore County and to Baltimore City here pretty shortly for this. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a new tornado warning that goes into place. And this would be close to where I am, and I may have to go down to my basement here, but we'll worry about that when we get to that juncture. Right now, we do have these thunderstorms right now that are moving through some of our West Metro communities here. Damascus up to Lisbon, up to Sykesville, Owings Mills. I'm seeing more of a hook echo with this, by the way. That's not good. That is not good. Velocities, but the velocities looking somewhat disorganized. Let's hope that continues, because we don't want to get into a situation where we get tornado warnings for the metro, and that could be a bad situation within itself. But right now, if there were to be something trying to rotate, it's in Marriottsville, probably on the east side now over towards Granite. And this is crossing the county line, crossing the Patapsco River right now at the moment here. So very much a potent situation potentially trying to form in the West Metro that we got to very much keep an eye on. Elsewhere across the state, not much actually right now. This is going to be Western Maryland, nothing there. Southern Maryland, nothing. Eastern Shore, nothing. Although I will say we do have storms in Loudoun County, Northern Fauquier County that are trying to form and may move eastward towards the Potomac, and that may be a problem for our DC metro counties. You can already see these storms here in Loudoun County, one over Purcellville, one over Ashburn, and near Dulles, basically just north of the radar site there. That's moving eastward towards Montgomery County and towards Frederick County again. So those counties along the Potomac, you will have to keep an eye out for this. And then in the metro, we still got our storms that are trying to traverse their way towards Pikesville and Owings Mills, Ellicott City, Columbia, Dayton, that we're still very much watching. Tornado warnings right now are a possibility, but right now, that rotation's somewhat disorganized compared to most recent scans, and I'll show you those. You can see pretty much about 10 minutes ago there was some strong rotation over Sykesville and near Marriottsville that was trying to develop, but it's more disorganized right now for the time being, and that is good news, at least on that front. But reflectivity is still showing that hook echo right now. That is pretty much right over Marriottsville, and this is a new scan that's just coming in as well. There we go. So we'll get the new scan. Those storms out in Loudoun are still trying to form, and then we'll see how the radar here looks. Yeah, that hook is looking more disorganized, which is good for now. We'll have to continue to watch this, but no doubt we'll have at least some quarter-sized tail, and they even put the Tor possible tags on these. They're not, the Weather Service is keen on trying to detect this, and well, there might be a new one that's trying to form. This would be near Chevette's Corner, and these are going to be, well, that just updated. That's now over the Holbrook area on Liberty Road, so we'll have to watch this area of circulation, and that's going to be coming up into Owings Mills or Randallstown here very shortly. I would imagine there's some traffic cams in and around Owings Mills and Randallstown. This is 1785 at McDonough. Is that going to be a good view? I'm looking at potential cameras here. That's looking away. Uh, well, it's already raining pretty heavily at the Oaks Mills Boulevard exit on 795 there. Franklin, I imagine it's probably some of the same. Yep. It's Old Court. It's raining there too. It's raining out there in West Pikesville already. Let's do Pikesville area. No. 140. Do I want to take this one? Or do I want to take Liberty? Liberty. I'll give you both perspectives here. So here we are. This is going to be the Beltway at Liberty. So it's at Liberty Road exit. It's going to be right here. And that's looking back about like, I want to say about like this. It's looking across towards Owings Mills. You can see the edge of that storm. And I'll bring it in more full so you can see it here. But you can see the edge of the clouds here right behind the title and the M.Dot logo. How darker they are in the contrast. That's probably the edge of the storm moving in from the west. So that's the view there. I will take 140 and we'll do the other direction. Looking back more. Yep. Okay. Take this and you'll see this here. This is 140. This is the Pikesville exit, so that's going to be Ricestown Road. That will sit right here. And we're looking back westbound, so we're looking about like so. And this would be where our rotation is. So on the right side of the screen may be whatever we may be seeing in terms of rotation right now, whether that's a wall cloud, a low base, rain-free base, what have you. So I'm keeping an eye on this camera here at 140 because if we're going to see anything, it's going to be here. Still, rotation's relatively weak right now. It's disorganized, so that is good news. But still, we have to very much keep an eye on this. Let's head back to our reflectivity. You can see that heavy rain just went over the Northwest Expressway junction up to Owings Mills. I'm still not liking how this appendage is looking near Granite. It's gonna try to produce something. I have a bad feeling it's gonna try its very hardest to produce something of some magnitude here. And we may be put under a tornado warning up in northwestern Baltimore County, in the northwestern Beltway section of Baltimore County here. I need that drink. Thank you. Sorry about that. Thanks for the understanding in advance. But anyways, good news at least on the front of just what's going on. We do have the warning for the most eastern storm in Baltimore County being dropped for now. However, this western one, the one that was more recent, back in Howard County is still up, and that goes until 7 o'clock. I just heard thunder through my noise canceling headphones. So that's going to be interesting here. So the Northwest Metro, uh, this ain't pretty right now by any means, but it's at least below severe criteria for the time being. These storms back here towards Montgomery County now, they're crossing from Loudoun to Montgomery. They're looking more organized. We'll have to wait and see how they progress through time, but it's promising at least for now. These will likely straddle along the Potomac River here between Montgomery County, Loudoun County, and Fairfax County. So for those in far eastern Loudoun County, far northern Fairfax County, I'm talking North Highway 7 here. Pardon me, this is something that you'll have to deal with. And that may get warned at some point down the line. Now this one is still very potent, and I want to look at this one real quick as well. I don't think we really have any organized rotation. Maybe on the southern end of this near Etchison, but even then, it's not quite as organized right now as the one maybe up to the north and east. Still though, nonetheless, for those in Howard County, western Howard County along Interstate 70 towards West Friendship and Cooksville, this is going to be a situation where you're going to want to get indoors very, very soon, because you're talking about, even if you don't get the tornado that could be possible down the line, 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds can still be rather substantial. And I'll do a track on this. I believe this is still moving at 25. Let me make sure before I say this 100%. Weather statement. Alright, still moving east at 20. And we'll do this track right here. And we'll just give you an idea of where this is heading. And that will be moving into West Friendship at 7 o'clock. So less than 10 minutes from right now. Glenwood, you're getting hit by this right now. It says 6:56. You're getting hit now. Getting towards Glen Elk around 7 o'clock as well. Ellicott City, 7:20. If this holds, this will be heading towards Ellicott City in about a half hour. From there, we got Oella, Gray, Rockwell, Worthington, and Chadwick Manor all around 7:30. And if this does get to, let's say, Woodlawn and Catonsville, we're talking around 7:35. So you have to keep an eye on this. And there's a new severe thunderstorm warning that just came out for this particular storm that I was talking about. And I did say it had that potential to get warned. And this is the one now in northeastern Loudoun, northern Fairfax, and western Montgomery counties. I will get the wording on this from the Baltimore, D.C. office. There we are. So, severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Montgomery County, southeastern Loudoun County, northern Fairfax County until 7:30. At 6:50, a severe thunderstorm was located over Ashburn or near Broadlands, moving east at 20 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour winds, 1-inch hail are the threats here. This will be heading towards Germantown, Rockville, Gaithersburg, Reston, Herndon, Broadlands, Lansdowne, Virginia, Lowe's Island, Brambleton, Pimmet Hills, American Legion Bridge, McLean, Dulles, Potomac, Ashburn, Montgomery Village, Sterling, North Potomac, Tyson's Corner, and Redland. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Take care of a situation there. It's a little chaotic in the household, but nonetheless, I-270, Potomac, that's where it's going to be heading here. Moving east at 20, so I'll do a track on this particular storm. 20 miles per hour, so that will be in Darnestown at 7:07, heading towards Potomac Glen at 7:16, Potomac at 7:20, Beverly Farms 7:21, Montgomery Square 7:23, Rockville 7:26. Hello to you. That will be heading your way here in about 30 minutes. So goes along the 270 corridor, Gaithersburg to Rockville, down to the Beltway. You're gonna want to be on alert for this. This storm still warned up here in Howard County and Southern Carroll County. This one, Baltimore County, is starting to move closer to the Beltway here. I'm going to see if any of the other vantage points are going to be good here. So I'll have to take down the picture-in-picture here. I don't know if 70 is going to be any good. Old Court, I mean, this is moving into West Pikesville at the moment. I mean, the lightning is there. This is the last 10, maybe 15 minutes. I mean, there's some lightning there. You don't want to mess with this in particular. But that is our storm right now. And it's, although it's below severe limits, it's moving in from the west and it's looking fairly strong. Well, this is 70 Old Court. Is the camera still going? Yes, it is. And they just issued a big severe thunderstorm warning. A big severe thunderstorm warning was just issued here. This is going to be southeastern Carroll County, northern Howard County, northern Anne Arundel County, southern Baltimore County, Baltimore City, and a little bit of southwestern Hartford County. That will go until 8 o'clock. So this is a brand new severe thunderstorm warning just issued for this complex here that is going to include basically all of Metro Baltimore that immediately inside or around the Beltway. So heads up, Metro, you are now under a severe thunderstorm warning in place until 8 o'clock. And let me get the official wording here. So give me a second. At 6:55, a severe thunderstorm was located over Randallstown or near Pikesville, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Downtown Baltimore, Columbia, Pikesville, Middle River, Elk Ridge, Riviera Beach, Fort Smallwood Park, Bodkin Point, Miller's Island, North Point State Park, Sparrows Point, Back River, Historic Ellicott City, Glen Burnie, Ellicott City, Dundalk, Towson, Catonsville, Essex, and Woodlawn are all under the gun for this severe thunderstorm. And you can see at the Old Court exit, it's picking up in terms of the rain, but this is now a big time severe thunderstorm warning that is now in place for Metro Baltimore for 60 mile per hour winds, and it still has a tour possible tag on it. So you gotta be cautious about any rotation that tries to form. Still broad right now. Best case of the rotation here would be near over the Randallstown area, but you do have some really strong storms moving through right now. So you're gonna want to hunker down here for the next hour, basically, just to be safe, as this line of storms moves its way across Metro Baltimore. And I'm looking at some of the data here. Let's once again look at the winds. Well, on the back end of this, you could see some winds in excess of 40 according to radar, but I think it's not outside the realm of possibility that a brief gust to 60 could still be well within play. SRV, not looking too bad right now. take that. No CC drop offs, which is well. This is probably some hail over Owings Mills right now, and I'm gonna probably try to take a camera right in downtown Owings Mills. So it looks like right now, got some thunder here. So that's probably some hail in Owings Mills right now. I will be right back in about 5 minutes. Give me about 5 minutes and I'll be right back. I gotta take care of something here. But again, Metro, be prepared for this thunderstorm that's about to move through. But this is pretty much getting into like a damaging wind threat more than a tornado threat. Knock on wood. But keep an eye on this. I will be right back shortly. I'm back. I'm sorry, it took me a while, but I'm back. Here we go with the severe thunderstorm warning again for the metro. So this is gonna be right now where it is located at the moment. It is gonna be in northwest Baltimore here. So this is gonna be over towards Glen and Arlington, Langston Hughes, the Park Heights community here. Um, Falstaff's very much within play with this as well, but up towards Quarry Lake. I mean, let me make sure. It's heavy rain out here where I am. So, is that. Alright, so this is going to be near Ashton Woods, near Roxton, um, Lake Roland, the Malvern area, up to Brooklynville. This is going to be heading into Towson here very shortly. So, GBMC, Towson University, um, St. Joe Medical Center, I believe is going to be right there as well. You're going to get in on this very shortly. Out on the northwest side, it's over the Park Heights community. It's over Sinai, all those locations there. Down the Locker and down the Woodlawn. This is right at the 70 exit here. Oh, goodness. I wonder what that looks like right now. The Beltway in 70, then that's it. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. That is heavy, heavy, heavy rain right now at the 70 exit on the Beltway. And that's looking south. So that's going to be looking in the direction of Catonsville. So that's going to be southward as you head towards Catonsville and CCBC, Arbutus, those areas there. That's where it basically is right now. UMBC as well. Then back west, Ellicott City, right along 70 and 29 there. And then getting back towards West Friendship here, you're still getting in on some very heavy rain there. Still a severe thunderstorm warning. It's in Montgomery County now, and it's clustering up again. This is looking like it's going to congeal into a full line here, and that's going to be a problem for the DC Metro and Southern Maryland. What these two pieces of energy here may do over the next 30 minutes to an hour is these two pieces of energy may combine and create one elongated line. We'll have to wait and see how that develops, but that is very much a possibility in these early stages. And you're already seeing some convective activity trying to happen in between these two respective storm clusters here, which may congeal this into a full line here. And that will be a problem for Anne Arundel County, Prince George's County down the line, and then the Eastern Shore potentially with these thunderstorms. So be very mindful of that if you are in the central and southern Maryland. If you're in the central and southern portions of Maryland, you need to be very much mindful of that. Where's the worst of the storms right now? It's pretty much right on the Harrisburg. I'm going to take a look at the Harrisburg here, and this is going to be, this is going to be right at the Harrisburg, just south of the Beltway exit here. Old Pimlico, I'm looking at that real quick. Very heavy, and that's probably some hail. And then I want to take Ruxton. I think I'm just going to stick with Old Pimlico. Let me make sure my stream frames are doing okay. They are. Notifications. Nothing. Thank the Lord. Okay. Nothing's not doing too bad. Stream quality's still pretty good, so I'll take that for what it's worth. And again, I'll be getting a new computer by the end of the year, hopefully. That way I can do streams more efficiently, because I love my Surface, but trying to run streams on this sometimes, because the resources can be very intensive, is a deal within itself. But even then, we'll worry about that when we get to that time. Are you? There you are. Yep. We're going to take Old Pimlico here, and that is heavy, heavy rain. This is 83 south of Old Pimlico here, so I'm going to zoom in. I think this is it. It's Green Summit. Okay, yeah, it's it's south of Green Summit, so it's right in the heart of this. It is right in the heart of this right now. Goodness. Very, 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 very heavy rain right now, moving over that area along 83. And this is going to start getting into downtown pretty shortly here. I'll try to find a camera here in downtown. I I'll take the Earth Cam if I can get it. Give me 1 second. I'll take a couple shots here. But that is heavy, intense rain that is moving right over the Harrisburg. Actually, the JFX portion of 83. Once you get north of the Beltway, then it becomes the Harrisburg. But right now, this is the JFX portion of 83 that's getting slammed here in southern Baltimore County with very heavy rain, probably some strong winds, and cars are on the side of the road because it's very hard to see. It's torrential rain. It's going to be like that at least for the next 10 to 15 minutes, if not longer, with some of the heavier rain behind us still hanging around. Um, if I'm going to take this cam here, this is going to be in downtown. So this is the view from the harbor cam in downtown. It's darkened because the skies back to the west are pretty dark here. But that's a look in downtown. You can see the water in the harbor, somewhat darker there. It has just a contrast for both the stadiums because of that. So that's a view in downtown, high above. That might be from near the BOA. That might be like the Transamerica building. Oh my goodness. Let's take this one. Definitely take this one full. If I can, please, for the love of God. Here's what I'm going to do. A little intensive on the graphics here. Let me just close that out real quick. second screen set up, and I will check out this will be near Bethesda. Okay, there's North Bethesda. Right there's the Chevy Chase area. This is in Silver Spring, by the way. I'll take this full. That is um, Colesville Road or US 29 at Fenton Street. So that's Fenton and Colesville in Silver Spring right now. You can see the darkening skies there in the Silver Spring area. 45 and Maryland 97. Rain's moving in. So got a really good shot of this. Colesville and Dale. That one's spazzing out. New Hampshire. Piney Branch. I'm just looking at some cameras here. But I'll take this one here for a second. This is 495. This is the Beltway at Maryland 97. And you can see some of the rain is starting to move through, and it's only going to pick up in intensity, I feel like, as we move through with time here. This would be near the Woodside area. So this would be Cap Mill, White Oak, Wheaton. There's 97, so there we are. Right here. It's heading right towards the camera. Also, let me check out velocity here, because I have a bad feeling about this area near Langley. High res is not picking up. Base high res is not picking up on this, and neither storm relative, so that's good. But we did have that appendage there near Langley, and we gotta always watch out for that, especially when tornadoes are a possibility like today and tonight. So there is that. But that's gonna be moving through North DC right now, pretty much. 270, 495, the Beltway. I-270, the BW is going to be close to this in due time, but more or less it's going to be US 29 here. That's going to be in about this. The Colesville Road section of 29 is going to be in this. So just bear that in mind. Cabin John, just north of Langley across the river. You're going to probably get in on some heavy activity right now. You're probably getting in on some pretty good rainfall and maybe some small hail here. Glen Echo as well, over towards Brookmont. Village of Friendship Heights is going to be close to you as well. But Bethesda, Silver Spring, North Bethesda, Rockville, Adelphi, this is all heading in your direction. So do keep that in mind. Warning's still out until the top of the hour here for the Metro. They might extend it southward for area southward, but we'll have to wait and see. And then some more activity here in Prince William County. So definitely a lot going on in that I-95 corridor, to say the least. Winds, I can just take a look at winds here. Within this storm right here in Montgomery County, you can see some winds up to 50 miles per hour that I'm seeing from the Dulles radar, and that's not too far off the ground. Like, that's probably within about 2,000 feet, 3,000 feet. Pardon me. So that does help. I might have to reset gears here again here soon, but we're doing severe weather coverage right now because of what's been going on in the metro over the last 2 hours. With these storms that have been firing off and just continuing to create problems, and now flash flooding may be a concern with this training effect here along I-70, so we'll have to really watch that. And if you don't know the training effect, basically it's like cars on the train just with thunderstorms. They're moving over the same areas over and over and over again, and that effect can really lead to flash flooding very quickly, as it exacerbates the amount of rain that an area could see in a short amount of time and the problems that will come with it. So Really keep that in mind in Howard County. I'm hoping this doesn't go over Ellicott City for too long because we all know what's happened there in recent years, 2016 and 2018, with those floods. So I'll have to keep an eye on this. Hopefully that doesn't take too long for this to get on up out of Ellicott City, but we'll have to wait on that. And this governance becoming a little more disorganized. It might be becoming more of a single cell type of deal now, with a little small cluster to the south. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reset here, and we'll be back, or I'll be back, I should say, at, if no like big warnings come out, we don't have any concern, 8:30. But if I have to come back before then, we will. But at least for now, I will close this off for now. But I will be back at 8:30 Eastern to track this more. And Southern Maryland, Eastern Shore, you're gonna want to be on the lookout because this is heading your way. But I will come back in 40 minutes with more on this. Maybe earlier if we do get emergency situations, but we'll have to wait and see for that. I will see y'all in a little bit.